Page 264, this is number 1 at the top of the page, Etude. So both pieces on this page are etudes. This is number 1. This page and the next, you got reading exercises. We've had these throughout the book. And I'm hoping that you're doing all the reading exercises because each of the reading exercises has a little something different in it. The ones at this page are the broken chords going up or going down. And then on the next page, you got block chords. First, just the right hand and then in both hands. You need to be able to do all of that. So I would encourage you to do all of these reading exercises. If you want, try sight reading them. See if you can do that. That's where you're doing all the steps I do to learn a piece of music. You're doing them all at the same time. Well, you can do some of the early ones before you play the first note. Like you can see how long it is, key signature, clef signs, time signature, that. But once you have that down, then you just start playing it. Attempt to do the articulation and dynamics and everything first. Yeah, it's good exercise. For this lesson, I'm going to go through that process I use to learn a piece of music, though, so I'm going to do each of those steps one at a time. I look it over. It's 2 lines long, treble, bass, clef, 1 sharp in the key signature. We're either in the key of G major or E minor. If you look at the last measure, it's here. It's a G chord. We're in G major, but do the scales and arpeggios for both G major and E minor. A 6/8 time, which explains all the eighth notes all over. And the hands, for the most part, are only playing one hand at a time, so I'm going to go ahead and take both hands together. If you take the notes in each of these measures, all of them, and play them as block chords to get an idea what the chord is, you see the first measure is just a G chord here. Next measure is 5 chord. It's a D chord. The D's are here. It's 5 chord. Third measure, listen, it's a 6 chord. And then listen. If I put the B on the bottom, it's here. That's a 3 chord. That's what we're studying. 1, 2, 3. That's what we're studying in this unit. And then going down is a C chord, which is a 4 chord. And then coming up is a 5 chord. Is that again, which is that's a 1 chord, isn't it? 1 chord. And then the 5/7 chord. So you get an idea what the chords are, the harmony. Then you just play them 1 note at a time. Playing one hand, I'm moving the other, so I can connect everything. Now the fingering you use is up to you. The fingering in the book is fine. In the second measure, if you don't want to be up in here, you can do that 3, 2, that. Okay. Last measure, again, both hands together. They say 4/2 for the left hand. That's here. But if I'm here, it's easier for me just to do this. I don't see why I need to move. I don't move if I can help it. So in the last measure, I'm going to finger the left hand 2/1. So it's, because I'm already there. Once I have the notes all worked out in the rhythm, and make sure there's no hesitations, then I add the articulation. And in this, I'll give you slurs. These are not phrases. Remember, you don't always lift up before and after a slur. So I'm not going to go. No, please don't. Oh, too choppy. Connect the whole thing all together, all the way through. Yeah. The dynamic is P for piano is soft, and you'll decide what soft is. Just soft. Light. Very little weight. And I'm just passing weight from finger to finger here. I'm kind of walking on the piano lightly. And then finally the speed. Again, it depends on your interpretation of 6/8 time. Is it the beat, the 8th note? One, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is it the natural accent? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2. How do you want to feel it? One, 2. That's more of a moderato feel. It's interpretation. A little late now to ask the composer how he wanted to play it. Although it's an etude. It needs to be accurate. It needs to be even. The notes need to be even. Put a little natural accent on each of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exaggerate it if you need to. Let the wrist collapse a little bit on those. Relax. Now they've added pedal. You don't need pedal on it. Sounds just fine without. However, that gives us a chance to use the pedal too. And when you're sight reading, now you got to do the pedal on top of everything else. It's going to be our regular overlapping pedal. Be the lag pedal. The notes go down first and then the pedal. But we have a problem. If I put the pedal down right after the note here, if I don't get the pedal down immediately after the note, I'll lose the note. So the pedal has to go down immediately after the note. And I'm changing it immediately after because I don't hold the note down. Now, to help ensure that it sounds okay, you can finger pedal the first note of each of these 3-note groups. You hold the note down. Hold it down a little longer. This gives you more time to make sure you get the pedal down in time to catch the note. Something like that at your speed or whatever you choose to do, yeah. And again, we're changing pedal with the harmony. Every time we go to a different chord, we change the pedal. Don't always do that, but most of the time we do. It works out well. Let's play this together slowly and check the notes. Rhythm shouldn't be a problem. I'll give us 6 counts. 1, 2, 3, 4, ready, go. Rest, 5, 6.